I want to make sure to say this before the video starts so there's no confusion of what this video is. This is not a video where I'm going to tell you who's good or who isn't good. This isn't a tier list, nor am I going to go into detail about any of these characters. Instead, what this video is a video to showcase my account and give you an update on all the progress I made from last year. Secondly, to get my account ranked and to hear your opinions on what you feel about my account. Whether you want to do 1 out of 5, 1 out of 10, 5 stars, however you want to rank my account, perfectly fine with me. And lastly, to get some advice on how to improve my account. So make sure you comment down below to let me know how you feel about my account, and also hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. And now with that being said, let's go ahead and check out my account. Welcome to another account overview, and this time we're going to go ahead and go over my FGO account. First, we're going to go ahead and start with the craft essence, which if you see on screen, I'm just going to just quickly scroll through it because there's a lot of craft essence. I'm only probably going to stop on some notable ones, but for the most part, I just want to quickly scroll through the craft essence so you can kind of see what I have. And so you can kind of see how my account looks, and it gives you an idea of my progress so far. So we just finished 3 stars, now we're into 4 stars. So unlike Epic 7, where it's a lot easier just to kind of click through, actually this one is actually a pretty good one right here, if it pops up. So yeah, this is one I normally use all the time. That was an accident. But unlike Epic 7, where it's like kind of easier to see on the side, this one I kind of gotta, you know, scroll through. Actually, I think this is a good one too. I think I've used this one. Yep, I've used this one. Winter Crystal is a pretty good one. This is one I use all the time. Let's see, that's no idea what that one is. I think I've used this one. Yeah, I think I've used Trigger Offer a character. Let's see what else. Yeah, I think this one's actually pretty good too. Yeah, this is for quick. All right. Oh yeah, this is one of my mains. Oh, now we're at the 5 stars. This is definitely one of my main. Lemon Zero Over. One I've used a couple of times. Of course, Heaven's Feel. What is this one? I think I remember using this one. Cosmos. Okay, my fault. Someone was talking to me, but all right, let's keep going through these craft essence real quick. Oh yeah, this is also one of my mains. Aerial Drive is actually a really good one. Let me see. Let me see. Just going through some of these, trying to figure out. Because there's some that I use all the time, and there's some I rarely use. As you see, I got a lot of craft essence. That's why I'm only picking out some notable ones. I'm not going through every single one, because there's just too many to go through, and this could be a video by itself, and this video is not supposed to be that long, so I'm trying to get through it as fast as I can. I think I already brought that one up. That's one of the mains I use. This is one I've used from time to time, Projection. I think I've used this one, haven't I? No, I haven't really used that one. Let's keep going. What else have I used? No, I have more. Okay. Oh yeah, I have these in my second archives, just if you want to see them. Just in case you want to see my second archive, this is what it looks like right now. All right, let's see. Okay. And now there's one notable one I really want to show off if I could find it. It may not be here, but this is if you get Merlin maxed out, you'll get that one. Yes, definitely down here. There it is. Kaleidoscope is probably one of the best craft essence in the game. And there you go. So yeah, so that's it with craft essence. Now let's go ahead and look at my summons. Now that we're at the characters that I pulled for, we're going to do something different since I just realized just a couple of days ago, I hit my 25th character that I pulled in FGO. First, I'm going to go ahead and quickly go through all the 1 to 4 stars. I'm just going to show them so you know what they are. And then once I get to the 5 stars, I'm going to go ahead and put them in order to my least favorite to the most, and kind of tell you a little bit on where I was at, what was going on when I pulled for them. So that's what I'm going to do. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and go through all the characters that I currently pulled. I'm going to try to go through the lower rarities very quickly. So I'm not going to mainly talk about them that much. I'm just going to just quickly just showcase them while I'm talking, so you can kind of see what characters that I have, what characters that I pull for. And then yeah, and then from there we'll go ahead and yeah, I'll go ahead and put some more time in the 5 stars. Because I don't want to take too much time in this one, because usually account overviews tend to take a long time, especially FGO. This ain't the first one I've done. But I really want to make sure I get through these kind of quickly, quicker than I normally do. So now, mind you, I do want to say, because I don't know if this is your first time here. Oops. Yeah, no, that's fine. So like I said, I don't know if this is your first time here, but I did not play FGO from the beginning. I actually played FGO later on. I actually played FGO, I want to say, the year right before Merlin was released. That was the year I first played FGO. But I didn't play it from day one. So, because FGO is not the first gacha game I ever played, but it's one of the earlier ones I played for sure. So I see right now I'm just going through the 2 stars and 3 stars. I already showed you all the 1 stars that I have. Yeah, there's a lot of these characters. I think I might skip one. Alright, let's see. I'll be honest, this character right here is the only character in my account that I hate that I got. I really don't like him at all. I hate that character with a passion. Geronimo. Try to go through these as quick as possible. That's why I'm not really talking, because again, I don't want to be here forever. I actually got some things to do a little bit. So Kaohime, I remember I used to use her. I used to use her at the beginning too. Again, Camelot made me a fan of her as a 3-star. She was a character I used to play early on. I also used to play with her. What is it called? Babylon made me a fan of her. Cucullin, of course, from Fate Stay Night. And Fate Prototype. Robin Hood. Leonidas, absolute 300. And of course, my favorite 3-star Medusa. Shout out to Heavensfield. Okay, now at the 4 stars, I'm gonna try to go through these pretty quickly. Now, I'll touch on some of the more notable 4 stars that I tend to play with and that I use. All right, Da Vinci. Come on, oh cat. Jalter, definitely a big fan of Jalter. So happy to get her. She was a welfare and she came into the shops. I wound up getting her. Definitely a big fan of Jalter. I haven't built it yet though. I need to go back and build her for sure. This dude actually looks pretty cool. I just never took the time to build him either. So Otika Summer. I actually like Otika Summer. Not the biggest Otika fan because I have my favorite variant myself, so which I mean I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about. Gilgamesh Caster. Again, what's it, Babylon or Babylonia? However it's called, is how I got into Gilgamesh. I was never really a big fan of Gilgamesh until that. Not a big fan of Sieg at all. I watched that anime, was not a fan of Sieg. Vlad the Third. Anna. We all like Anna. We all like Anna. Absolutely. Actually, I think I got a couple of copies of Valkyrie. Percival. Of course, Nobunaga. Recently just got her. Rama. Yeah, I got a bunch of 4 stars. Oh yeah, I actually like this dude. This dude is actually pretty cool. He's actually pretty cool. I'm actually just playing through his story right now. Where's that? Oh, there we go. Beowulf. Yep. Basically, I think it was the first, well, not technically the second Berserker I got. She's my favorite variant of her. My very first ruler, she was a spook. I was not trying to pull for her, but she came out. Yeah, I remember this. I remember this anime. I never finished it. Probably my favorite variant of Emiya. Of course, my first Skaha. Gray, which I need to take time to build. Summer Valkyrie. Carmilla, Summer. Oh yeah, I recently just played her story just recently, not too long ago. Emiya, of course. Toria Lily. Lancelot, which I'll be honest, not the biggest fan of his design. I told you I got a couple variants of Valkyrie. Lancelot Berserker, which is, yeah, I used to use him when I first played the game. I used to use her a lot too. Dang it. She was completely a spook. Oh, okay, I do have multiple copies. Nitocris. Queen of Sheba. I used to use her a lot more than I do now. Martha. Yeah, I remember them. I don't use them that much though. Of course, Lancer, Alter. Not my favorite variant of her, but I got her. Oh, I think that's another Valkyrie, right? Yep, that's the third Valkyrie. Of course, I got her. Her original form, not the Berserker. Tristan, of course. Gawain, dude's a beast. I've used him a couple times. He's actually a beast. Sasuke goes in. Of course, Summer. Another summer variant. Mash. We all know about Mash. All right, here we go. Yeah, I used to use her a lot more. Again, I told you I'm a mech fan. Passion Lip. Vargas, which I tried to use her, but didn't really turn out how I hoped. And lastly, my very first character I summoned for in the entire game, Hercules, or Heracles, however you want to pronounce it. I like pronouncing Hercules. Some people call it Heracles, but either way, this was my first character ever when I played this game. So now let's go to the 5 stars. All right, now we're at the 5 stars, and like I said, I want to put all these in order from least to greatest, at least when it comes to my account. Not saying I hate any of these characters, but just who I like more than the others. So I'm gonna put them all in order and just kind of maybe tell you a little bit a little bit about the history on my account, because I do remember pretty much where and how I summoned all these characters. So first one, yes, at 25 will have to be Orion, only because she was a spook and I was not expecting to get her. She was never a character that I really wanted, but I do appreciate her with Orion because it is a pretty funny summoning session. But yeah, definitely has to be number 25 because I was not looking for her. Number 24 is Europa, and she's only 24. I actually got her through a ticket summoning, but I wanted another rider at the time. But once I got her, she didn't really work out. That's why I put her at number 24. Arjuna. Again, the character that actually I built, I never took the time to use him. I've only used him once, so I don't want to say he's bad. I just don't really use him like that. 22, I think she's too high up. I'll keep it here right now. It's Frances Drake. Because she's actually a really good character. She is actually a pretty good character. I don't use her as much as I used to. But yeah, I actually do like Frances Drake. I've just never really been big on notable characters that you see in like animes or in the more popular side of things. But she's not a bad character. I got her through a spook. The reason why Karna's 21 is because I used him a lot, got me through various stages of the game. So definitely like Karna. Wasn't the best lance I ever had, but yeah, absolutely do like Karna. So, but not somebody who I use a lot. But 20 has to be Altoria. Yes, the main one, the first one that started everything. I have appreciation for her. I only pulled her because I was in a situation where I had to, because they had the Fate Stay Night and you could choose one, and she was the only one I didn't have. I've never really been a big fan of getting the main character of a game, but again, I have appreciation for her, but never was a character I ever really wanted, but was a character that I got, and she's good. She's a really good character in the game, and because she's the main character, I understand she's probably going to be supported heavily, so not a bad pickup. Absolutely has to be number 23 because she actually put in work for me in many parts of the game. She wasn't my first saber, but I really liked her because she had an AoE, and she really helped me through a section of the game, and that's why she is where she is. Altoria Archer, she was actually a spook. I was actually not trying to pull for her, but she wound up coming out, and when I saw her first, I was disappointed, but once I realized who she was and her rarity, I was over there celebrating because I didn't think I was going to pull her. So yeah, she was actually a spook. We gotta go with Waver. Why Waver? Because he was a really good character for me early on. I think he was the 5th 5-star I got in the entire game. He was either 5th or 6th. I can't really remember. Yeah, I think he was 5th. Yeah, I think it was 5th. I think it was 5th. But yeah, this character, I remember when I first got him because I was very early with FGO. I'm like, who is this guy? And I didn't really think he was that good until I used him. I learned how to play, and then I realized this guy was really good. But yeah, when I first got him, I was not happy. But again, I was very early into the game. So there's a lot of things I didn't know. I didn't know about Waver, but Waver is actually a really good character. Coin Sky of Light, to me, she should actually be higher on this list. But she is where she is because I just have characters that I just like better than her, but she's a really good character, particularly for my Buster teams. So yeah, I actually got her, pulled for her, and yeah, she's been really great on my account. I just have other characters that, well, you know what? There's an argument where I can move her up, but right now I'm going to keep her where she's at right now. Now at the top 15, we got to go with Achilles. Always been a fan of his lore. I remember reading about him when I was in middle school, Really great quick servant. Now, mind you, I'm not really good. Quick is my weakest on my account, but Achilles is really a strong character and strong unit. He was actually a selection. I actually wound up picking him. And yeah, he's always been a really good character. I just don't use him much because I don't really build quick teams on my account. 14, Demon King Nobunaga. Man, I ain't gonna lie, she looks pretty badass. That's why I picked her up. I'm not gonna lie, a very disappointing character once I got her. Use her in the game, she's not as strong as I was hoping that she would be. Lucky 13 has to be a character I literally just got in front of recording this video a couple of days ago, and that's Ushigozen, which is another variant of Raiko. And again, I'm probably not going to use her much because I'm very weak with quick on this account, but from my use case, again, I'm using her in the event, so she may be stronger than what she really is in the main game. But for right now, as I'm playing with her through the event, she's been really, really good on my account. So I really do like her a lot. But I also got her because I'm just a Raiko fan. So if Raiko pops up any variant, I gotta go for it. I'll say this real quick. I am mad I wasn't able to get Lancer. I really want to get her Lancer form. But yeah, I'm a big Raiko fan. So anytime she pops up any variant, I gotta go for it. And well, you know, I'll wait. Number 12, Castoria. Honestly, I only went with her because everybody said you gotta get her on your account. She's a great character. You need her for arts. And the funny thing is, I got a Castoria. I actually pulled her twice on 2 different occasions, but Castoria, absolutely, if you want to run an arts team, you need her. She is basically the arts engine, but she is really great on my account, great for looping. Yes, I absolutely do like Castoria a lot. I haven't played through her story yet. I haven't got there. I'm very far behind with the story, but yes, big fan of Castoria. Absolutely need her. And honestly, I would have never gone for her if the internet didn't say you have to get her. And I did, and a beast on my account. Happy I got her. And it's the reason why I have basically a Buster Arts account. That's kind of how my account is ran. Otika Saber. This character, again, another quick character. I actually make the effort to use her. She is strong. That's all I got to say as a Saber. She is powerful, very strong, does a ton of damage. Even as a quick, yeah, she is a quick character, a beast on my account. Plus, again, this is my favorite. Well, okay. I like Otika Alter in general, so anytime Otika Alter comes up, I gotta go for her. I absolutely love Otika Alter, and so when her summer form came out, you know I had to pull for it. And I got her, it didn't take me that long. But yes, Otika Alter is a beast, but I still gotta get better with quicks on my account. This right here is my favorite Lancer and my favorite version of Altoria, and it's the only Altoria I really wanted. And that is Altoria Lancer. Not that strong, I'll admit that. Not the strongest Lancer I have on my account, but nonetheless, it's my favorite variant of Altoria. And again, I'm glad I have her on my account. When I got her, I said, if I don't get her now, I'm never gonna get her. I was gonna give up on trying to go for her. And that last banner, I wound up getting her. So, because she was actually going to come out in a ticket that year, but I'm like, no, I don't want a ticket. I actually wanted to summon, and I summoned, and she came out, and yeah, she's been on my account. Again, not the strongest Lancer out there, but again, my favorite version of Altoria, and it's the one that I was the most happiest of getting. So we just did 10. Now for 9, we gotta go for Masashi Berserker. Freaking love Masashi, one of my favorite characters in the game. So of course I had to go for the summer variant. And again, I didn't think I was gonna get her either because I was very limited on tickets, but she came out pretty quickly. So yes, Masashi Berserker. Oh, and mind you, she is a beast also, just so you know. You gotta build her. There's a lot of building you gotta do to get her going, but once you build her and you build her correctly and you get the resources, she actually is really good. Number 8, and another character I recently got, is Kenshin, which I've only used her a couple of times, and for my use case with her, she's actually really good. I actually only got her like last year, so I haven't really had a lot of time with her. For my limited time of using her, she's been a beast, but again, I got to use her a lot more to really see if she's really good or if she's okay. If I remember, I think she's an arts, right? Yeah, arts. There you go. Number 8, and if you watched any of my videos, I'm sure you remember this name, Cuckoo Cullen. So yeah, if you remember, it's Cuckoo Khan. I said it wrong. Oh man, that was bad. Cuckoo Khan. But anyways, yeah, she is, again, she was not a character I was really looking to get, but I heard a lot of good things about her, and now she's basically my main DPS. I basically use her all the time. When I got in 2025, she's basically the main character I used throughout all of 2025. I use her everywhere. I use her every chance I get. She's basically the best character. For me, she's like my best character on my account. I use her all over the place. Absolutely is a beast. If she comes up, if you don't got her, I'm going to tell you right now, especially if you want to progress to the game, pick her up. Another character I recently got, Skahoth. I wanted Skahoth for a very long time. And the funny thing is, the reason why I got her was at the time I pulled for her, and I just got her like at the end of 2025. But I was at the point where I was rage quitting and I had some currency left over. So I'm like, forget it. Let me just get rid of it. And then I'll just be done with the game for a while. And I wound up using that currency and she wound up coming out. So not really the best for farming. She's a single target DPS quick, which I'm not really strong at, but I absolutely always like Skahoth, always try to get her for years, and now she's part of my Chaldeas. Skahoth, at least when I've used her, she's cool in various different areas, but it's not a character I pretty much take through the entire game. I'll put it to you like that. But again, I recently got her. Now we're at the top 5, and number 5, I have to go with Archetype Earth, which, if you know where she comes from, a very legendary character when it comes to this series. I had to go for her because it's because of her. Well, not really because of her, but it's because her original game, why I got into Fate, why I got into this entire universe. So Archetype Earth had to go for. And again, I'm also, well, actually in another video, there's another character from her series that I'm looking forward to too. I mentioned that in another video, so make sure to check that out. But yes, Archetype Earth, number 5, because she's a definite legendary character when it comes to this franchise. And I'm not specifically talking about Fate. Again, do your research and you'll know exactly who she is and why she's so important. Number 4, my favorite variant of Otika, which is Otika Alter. From the first time I saw her, I knew I had to pick her up. I knew I had to go for her. I would love to replay through her story because I really did like her story. It was just a lot to get through, so I didn't get it done in time. But from what I read, I really like this character. So I am a big fan of Otika Alter. She's on my account. Glad I got her from day one when I saw her. I'm like, I knew how to get her, and I got her. And I got her basically day one. So yes, Otika Alter, one of my favorite characters in the game. Of course, she's in my top 5. Not the strongest on my account, but when I get a chance to use her, I will use her. Number 3 is my second 5-star I ever got in this game. And if it wasn't for her, I probably would have quit the game. Didn't know how to progress. She actually made another character good, which I'm going to talk about that character in a second. But of course, it's Raiko. Raiko, there's a reason why I'm trying to get every Raiko. I am a humongous fan of Raiko, and simply because she was my second 5-star, and she was the reason why I was finally able to progress in FGO. I was stuck for a very long time, didn't understand why characters were good or not, but once I got her, she changed my entire account. So I always have favor for Raiko. And every variant that I can get, I definitely want to get her. Raiko is, like I said, the second 5-star I ever had on my account, and I'm glad that she was. Which, that takes me to my second favorite character on my account. And again, this is always flip-flopping from number 1 and number 2. That is Merlin. Merlin was my first 5-star ever on my account. Merlin, when I first got him, I remember everybody was talking, he's a great character, he was a great character. I didn't get it. I thought he was trash. I thought all y'all online didn't know what the heck you were talking about. But it's because of Raiko is why I understood why Merlin was so good. Remember, I got Merlin very early on in this game. So I didn't really know how to play. I didn't know how things worked. So I got him. I didn't know how good he was. But shout out to Raiko. Raiko was the reason why I understood why Merlin was so great. And again, I basically used him everywhere. Again, he was my first 5-star. I rarely build a team without Merlin. And now going to my number 1 character, which again, it flip-flops all the time with Merlin, has to be Masashi. Masashi, absolutely. I think she was my 4th. She was either my she was my 4th 5-star. Because I remember I was trying to go for her when she first came out, and I couldn't get her because basically I used all my currency getting Raiko and getting Merlin. So, well, no, that's not even what happened. That's not true. No. I got Merlin. I used all my currency getting Merlin. So by the time I got to Masashi, pretty much didn't have enough to get her. And then after that, I wound up getting Raiko. And I had to wait an entire year. And then once I got to the next year, I remember I only used tickets. But then she came out and basically spooked me. And I was like shocked when I got Masashi. I was not expecting to get Masashi, but she wound up coming out, and yeah, she's been one of my favorite characters on my account ever since. Now, I wish she had an AoE, honestly, but again, Berserker makes up for that, so shout out to her Berserker form. But yes, Masashi, again, she always flip-flops with Merlin all the time. But yeah, when it comes to, so Masashi will always either be number 1 or number 2 on my FGO account. So that's it with my FGO account overview, but I had to make a quick correction. So I'm actually going to move Koyanskaya of Light down to 13, so under Uji Gozen. After I thought about it, she was too high. So basically, I'm just going to tell you the ones that changed. So you just don't come to the end of the video and don't watch the entire thing, because I do want you to watch the video. But anyway, so here's the correction. So now Achilles is number 16, Demon King Nobunaga is 15, Uji Gozen is 14, and Koyanskaya of Light is 13. So that's the changes. Either way, I'm back playing FGO again after taking another rage quit break. Like y'all know, every couple of months, every couple of years, I usually rage quit over a horrible summoning session. But even with all that being said, I am finally back from my rage quit break because, as you know, I pretty much rage quit FGO every single time because of horrible summoning sessions. But I'm back and I'm going to be playing this a lot more consistently. But besides the questions I've asked you about the thoughts of my account, here's another one for y'all that you can answer in the comments down below. Let me know in the comments who your favorite characters are in FGO, or I should say, who are your favorite characters on your account in FGO. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Make sure on your way out to hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate it. And yeah, I think we'll be back with another account overview, I want to say next week. All right, have a good one.